Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Friday, March 18, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Portland Trail Blazers vs Brooklyn Nets. The Portland Trail Blazers traveled to the Barclays Center for an inter-conference road matchup with the Brooklyn Nets on Friday night. The Blazers, 26-42, are watching their playoff hopes dwindle, falling 1.5 games back of the play-in tournament. The Nets, 36-34, dropped their last game 113-111 to the Dallas Mavericks. Brooklyn opens this game as a big home favorite. Our first pick is Brooklyn Nets for the win. And here is why. The Blazers were dismantled all night in a 128-98 drubbing at the hands of the New York Knicks on Wednesday night. Josh Hart scored 17 points, and Drew Eubanks had 10 points and 9 rebounds for the Trailblazers, who have lost 8 of 9 and 6 in a row on the road. Brooklyn fell victim to a buzzer-beating three-pointer from Spencer Dinwiddie in a 113-111 loss to the Dallas Mavericks on Wednesday night. Kevin Durant had 23 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds, but Brooklyn had its 4-game winning streak snapped. Goran Dragic scored a season-high 21 points and Bruce Brown had 17. Andre Drummond had 14 points and 17 rebounds. Our second pick is New York outscored the Trailblazers 7-2 to open the second half and extend the lead to 74-57. Reserve Chris Dunn scored 13 points on 6-for-9 shooting and added a team-high 7 assists. Justice Winslow, who had been out since February 24 due to soreness in his right Achilles tendon, played 18 minutes and had 7 points on 3-for-10 shooting with 7 rebounds. A night after a 150-108 romp in Orlando, when Kyrie Irving scored a career-high 60 points, the Nets were searching for reliable scoring with a guard unable to play because of New York City's coronavirus vaccine mandate. The Mavs often sent second and even third defenders to force Durant to give up the ball. Denver vs Cleveland. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets visit the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jokic is 9th in the league, averaging 26.0 points per game. Our first pick is Denver for the win. And here is why. The Cavaliers are 21-12 in home games. Cleveland ranks 3rd in the Eastern Conference with 25.1 assists per game, led by Darius Garland averaging 8.3. The Nuggets have gone 22-15 away from home. Denver ranks 2nd in the Western Conference with 27.4 assists per game, led by Jokic averaging 8.1. The two teams play for the second time this season. The Cavaliers defeated the Nuggets 99-87 in their last meeting on October 26. Kevin Love led the Cavaliers with 22 points and Jokic led the Nuggets with 24 points. And our second pick is under the total, and here is why. Jarrett Allen is averaging 16.1 points and 10.8 rebounds for the Cavaliers. Garland is averaging 26.5 points over the last 10 games for Cleveland. Jokic is averaging 26 points, 13.8 rebounds and 8.1 assists for the Nuggets. Monty Morris is averaging 13.3 points over the last 10 games for Denver. Last 10 games Cavaliers. 4-6, averaging 109.2 points, 43.1 rebounds, 24.8 assists, 7.1 steals and 4.0 blocks per game, while shooting 47.0% from the field. Their opponents have averaged 112.4 points per game. Nuggets 7-3, averaging 118.0 points, 45.3 rebounds, 28.7 assists, 8.0 steals and 4.4 blocks per game, while shooting 49.9% from the field. Their opponents have averaged 112.5 points. Injuries for Cavaliers: Jarrett Allen out, finger, Colin Sexton out for season, knee, Rajon Rondo out, ankle, Dean Wade out, knee. And for the Nuggets we have Zeke Naji day-to-day, ankle, Vlatko Cancar out, foot, Aaron Gordon day-to-day, illness, Jamichael Green day-to-day, wrist, Michael Porter Jr. out, back, Jamal Murray out, knee. Los Angeles vs Toronto. Los Angeles heads into the matchup with Toronto as losers of 3 in a row. Our first pick is Raptors for the win. And here is why. The Raptors are 17-15 in home games. Toronto ranks 4th in the Eastern Conference in rebounding, averaging 45.2 rebounds. Pascal Siakam leads the Raptors with 8.4 boards. The Lakers have gone 9-23 away from home. Los Angeles is second in the Western Conference with 14.9 fast break points per game, led by LeBron James averaging 4.7. The teams meet for the second time this season. In the last matchup on March 15, the Raptors won 114-103, led by 28 points from Gary Trent Jr., while James scored 30 points for the Lakers. And our second pick is under the total, and here is why. Fred VanVleet is averaging 21.1 points, 6.7 assists and 1.6 steals for the Raptors. Siakam is averaging 22 points, 8.4 rebounds and 5.1 assists over the past 10 games for Toronto. James is scoring 29.5 points per game and averaging 8.1 rebounds for the Lakers. Russell Westbrook is averaging 15.9 points and 5.9 rebounds over the last 10 games for Los Angeles. Last 10 games, Raptors 7-3, averaging 112.1 points, 48.7 rebounds, 20.0 assists, 8.5 steals and 4.3 blocks per game, while shooting 44.6% from the field. Their opponents have averaged 105.4 points per game. Lakers 2-8, averaging 111.4 points, 40.4 rebounds, 22.4 assists, 7.4 steals and 4.9 blocks per game, while shooting 45.8% from the field. Their opponents have averaged 122.3 points. Injuries for the Raptors: Fred VanVleet, day-to-day, knee; Gary Trent Jr., day-to-day, illness; Malachi Flynn, out, hamstring; Anunoby, day-to-day, finger. And for the Lakers, Anthony Davis, out, foot; LeBron James, day-to-day, knee; Talen Horton-Tucker, day-to-day, ankle; Kendrick Nunn, out, knee. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.